Hey, you guys, it's Peter. And I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube. I had to get it right. I'm YouTube famous now. Available Grammys 2025, the album, Dad, Shimmy, Shimmy, AF, the remixes. There were nights that the wind was so cold that I froze in bed just listening to the lightning storm just right outside the window. I know those are not the words. I tried so hard. Oh my God, I listened to this song on YouTube and everything. Let's look up and see what the real lyrics are. I was looking at the lyrics and I was trying to listen to this song and everything. There were nights when the wind was so cold that I froze in bed just listening to the lightning storm. What is it? That my body froze in bed if I just listened to it right outside the window. Little special effects for you there. I am in such a good mood today. No, I am. I am in such a good mood today. Little special effects. That's the rain right outside the window. That's the dramatic flair of any Celine Dion video that you've ever seen in your entire life. So I'm watching this video, you know, because I have to tell you, well, first of all, I need to get ready. So let me do a little get ready with me real quick. Let me go in with the Treat Marshmallow Cream Lip Balm number 450, not from Morphe. Let me go in with that real quick. Over that. And then let me go in with this Milk lip gloss. I don't know what color it is, but it looks pretty on me. So I'm going to go in with that over here. And I'm not going to throw that so hard because I don't want it to break all over my floor. And then I'm going to go in with this Poussey Low Reche Posay thermal spray on my face to get me all ready. Get some of my hair to slick my hair back a little bit. And then I am ready for this video because I have to tell you, I am rather nervous. Here I have to bake. That's what it's called, okay? I have to bake. If you're a beauty influencer, if you're an OG beauty guru like me, I'm an OG beauty influencer, okay? If you're an OG beauty influencer, these Swifties that found this video, okay, because you know there's some Swifties out there that have found this video and they have no idea who Peter Monn is, and they are like, oh my God, like, who is Peter Monn and like, what is going on right now? We thought we were coming over here to hear about our Queen Taylor Swift. Well, you are, okay, but there's probably a 25-minute intro before we get to Miss Taylor here in just a second. But anyway, I have to tell you, I am so nervous about making this video. No, true story, I am. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I had to get ready. I need even more lip gloss because I got lots to say about this. But I'm really nervous to make this video, you know, because there's a couple people you don't talk about on the internet, you know. Jeffree Star, you don't talk about. That was the rule of 2022, 23, 21, 2019. What we're not going to do in 2020 is make Jeffree Star the drama of 2020, okay? Now, he can't even stay the drama of 2024. He wishes he was the drama. But there's a couple people you just don't talk about online, okay? And Taylor Swift is definitely the queen of who you don't talk about. You don't talk about her, okay? You don't come for her. You don't talk about her. None of that stuff, okay? The other person that you don't talk about is Ariana Grande. We're going to talk about both of them in this video today. You don't talk about Ariana Grande either, okay? The Grandes and the Swifties. Are they called Grandes? I prefer a venti. And speaking of which, I have a little coffee right here. But I prefer a venti, not a grande. But I actually did see Ariana Grande one time in person. It was at Ultra Music Festival. She did a little performance with Zed. And so she was like sitting like right down from us, probably like 5 feet away. She was there with her brother Frankie. You know, a Big Brother fame and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, she's really, really small. Like, really, she's very cute in person and stuff like that. She's very small. But, you know, that was back in her era when she had the high center ponytail and the cat ears. Does she still do the cat ears and all that kind of stuff? But you don't talk about Ariana Grande Venti Trenti, okay? You don't talk about her, and you don't talk about Taylor Swift. You definitely don't talk about Taylor Swift, okay? Unless you say that you absolutely love her, bow down to the queen of everything that is Taylor Swift. You don't talk about Taylor Swift. That's somebody you don't talk about, okay? The Swifties will come for you hard. They will come for you so hard, okay? So I'm very nervous to make this video, but I mean, Jeffree Star hadn't done nothing today, so there's no reason to talk about Jeffree Star, okay? Now, I do want to make a disclaimer since a couple people brought this to my attention yesterday, okay? No, Moosegate is not over. I know y'all think it is, but Moosegate's not over. It's coming back. No, true story. It is. It's coming back. The sheets are clean and it's coming back. So if y'all don't know what Moosegate is, well, I'm not getting into it in this video today. But anyway, I'm kind of nervous to make this video, you know? I mean, because listen, I can't even figure out those Harlan Coben shows, okay? Which I'm obsessed with. I started watching The Stranger last night. My husband was up here on the TikToks and I was downstairs watching The Stranger on my iPad. I went to bed very early last night, though. I watched like one episode and then I went to bed. And I was watching it downstairs and I kept on shouting up to him. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. But I do have a question about those Harlan Coben, those Netflix series. Do they all have the same actors and are all filmed in the same neighborhood? I'm very confused about this, okay? Because I swear to God, like, the killer in one of them was like the husband in another one and the brother in another one. And I'm like, was the husband, okay, and then the one that was the special ops best friend of the girl in Fool Me Once is the separated husband of the detective in Safe that lives in a trailer out in her driveway? I'm very confused, okay? And does it all take place in the same gated neighborhood? I'm very confused, okay? And do they all have such childhood trauma? I'm kind of worried about Mr. Harlan Coben. I think he needs therapy. No, I do. You know, because like I talk all the time about how I was bullied in high school. I bet you can't imagine for what. But anyway, I talk all the time about how I was bullied in high school. Like it still like affects me to this day, you know, and things like that. And people are always just like, get over it, you need to get over it. Literally every one of Harlan Coben's novels, no, true story. I mean, I haven't read any of his novels, but I've seen all the book to Netflix series adaptations, many of them now, because I'm obsessed, right? But if you watch them, they all have such childhood trauma. And I'm not talking about like, you know, like neglect and abuse and stuff like that from childhood. Can we say those words on YouTube these days? I don't know. But anyway, I'm not talking about all that, okay? I'm talking about like you did something, like, do you guys remember that movie? Oh my God, I used to love that movie. I know what you did last summer. But did you ever read the book, though? Okay, by Lois. What was her name? Lois. I can't remember her name. But she wrote a bunch of those, like The Face in the Mirror. Not the Face in the Milk Carton, okay? They made that into a Lifetime movie with, I was going to say Kelly Clarkson, but y'all, she was way after. Kelly Martin. Do you remember Kelly Martin? Y'all want me to take you back to the people that are my age. Do you remember the Lifetime movie, I Know My First Name is Steven? Now, if you know that, you probably know it because a documentary came out 2 years ago where they found out that his brother was a serial killer. No, true story, was, and everything. I couldn't believe it. But that was like my favorite Lifetime movie of life. It was a two-parter, okay? And it came out, like, I think, like, when I was, like, in middle school or high school or something like that. And it was called I Know My First Name is Steven, and it was about this kid, and he was kidnapped horribly. It was horrible, right? But he knew his first name was Steven, see, and that was why the movie was called that. And then they kidnapped, the guy that kidnapped him kidnapped this other kid, and then he rescued that kid, and then he came home. Oh my God, this is so weird. This is just like a Harlan Coben novel. He came and lived in a trailer in his driveway too, though. No, true story. Did you remember that? I mean, people think I script these videos. I really don't. I don't know how you think I could possibly script this. I must have a memory like nobody's business. Well, I kind of do. But I must have a memory to be able... I can't even remember Celine Dion lyrics. You think I can remember what I'm talking about in a video? Hell, I start one idea and I go off on another idea. But anyway... Harlan Coben, no, true story, the separated husband of the detective in Safe, he lives in a trailer in a driveway. And Steven, the true story of I Know My First Name is Steven, when he came home with the money that he got, okay, from turning in that kid, that the guy that kidnapped him, that he got that money from that family, he ended up buying a trailer, and he lived in it in his driveway. Now, that's a true story, but there's a tragic ending to that whole story of Steven. But anyway, Kelly Martin, that's what I was talking about anyway. Not Kelly Clarkson, but I do love Kelly Clarkson, too. Did she sing any Celine Dion when she was an American Idol? I bet she has. I bet she has. I love that. Kelly Clarkson can sing her butt off, can't she? Oh my God, I saw her at the State Fair one time. She was so good. But anyway, she had a little band with her and everything like that. I was like, oh, I kind of love this, that she's not all like plugged in. She's kind of like unplugged. Do you remember Unplugged on MTV? Oh my God, I love that so much. This is where people tell me I need to slow down. You need to get fucked, okay? Because this is my channel. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about at whatever speed I want to talk about. Now, for all of you out there that are watching this at 2x speed, I feel real sorry for you, because a lot of people there yesterday when I talked about how fast I talk on videos, they said, oh, I listened to you at 1x5 speed. Well, you try to listen to me at 2x speed, because that's usually what I listen to my videos on. Hell, I miss half the things I talk about on here, you know? But anyway, Kelly Clarkson, Kelly Martin. Kelly Martin was the queen of the Lifetime movies for a while. Oh my God, she was in one of my favorite recovery movies of life. It's called Her Last Chance. Did you ever see it? It was about this girl. No, true story it was. It was about this girl. And I feel like I'm talking to one of my good GDs. We're just sitting here like having like a sleepover because see, we're in bed, but I'm having some coffee. So that's kind of weird. Like, is it the next day after the sleepover? Usually after a sleepover, everybody just kind of packs their bags and go, right? Now, my sleepovers that I have with my girlfriends, we don't drink because I'm sober. See, I've been sober for 29 years, so we don't drink. So the next morning, we're like ready to have brunch and things like that and hang out and do it all over again. But most people, you know, that have sleepovers, they've been drinking the wine too much the night before and doing face masks and watching Mamma Mia. Oh, I think I'm talking about my cousin Caroline. But anyway, you know, those kind of sleepovers where you like rent a cabin and then like all the girls go and they drink too much and then they tell too much about their husbands and then the next day they're like, what did I say? Something I shouldn't have said about my husband. Y'all know you've done it before, okay? And then you go home and then all your friends know that you ain't got the kind of marriage that you thought you had and then you done told them because you had too many glasses of the rosé the night before. Don't do that. Don't do it, okay? Just when you get asked to go on a girls trip, okay, or whatever, just don't go. That's what you do. You just don't go because what you're going to do is you're going to have too much to drink, then you're going to tell secrets about your marriage, that your marriage is really not that good, and then you're going to get home, the next lunch you're going to go to, okay, for brunch, you're going to sit down, you're going to be like, hey, how's everybody doing? They're all going to be looking at you like, did you file for a divorce? And you're not going to know what they're looking at you for, okay? But the reason that they're looking at you is because they're wondering if you filed for a divorce because the last time that you got too drunk on the rosé at the girls trip at the cabin in the woods and why you didn't get murdered, because that sounds like a horror story to me. I don't know. But the fact that you didn't get murdered, okay, now the Swifties are real confused. They're like, what is going on? Now, they would say, what the fuck's going on? But most Swifties are under the age of 15, so they don't swear yet. Most Swifties don't swear. I don't care if you're 45. Okay, that kind of goes along with Swiftie Nation, doesn't it? Do we call it Swiftie Nation like Bachelor Nation? Oh my God, I'm so obsessed with The Bachelor right now. But do we call it Swiftie Nation? But anyway, the Swifties, they don't cuss. That kind of goes against everything. Does Taylor Swift, like if somebody says a swear, does she go, oh, like that? Does she let out a little fart, like a gasp? Do you think Taylor Swift farts? Does she poop with the door open? That's what I want to know, okay? Does she poop with the door open like Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules? You knew I had to bring in Vanderpump Rules somewhere in this video, didn't you? But anyway, Kelly Martin, she was in one of my favorite Lifetime movies of life. It's called Her Last Chance, okay? Now, Her Last Chance was about this girl. She was real hardcore alcoholic when she was in high school and all this kind of stuff. She was doing drugs and all that kind of stuff, right? You shouldn't do those things. I did, and look where it ended up. Me, okay? 29 years sober, making foolish videos on YouTube. You don't want that to happen, okay? So don't pick up the wine. Don't pick up the wine. Back in the day, it was Boone's Farm and Purple Passion. Now, if you're as old as me, you remember Purple Passion. If you're about 5 years younger than me, you probably don't. Purple Passion was Everclear and Fruit Punch, and you bought it in a 2-liter for about $3.99 and get you drunk as a skunk, okay? I don't even think they make it anymore because I looked it up online one time and they don't make it. If they do, they definitely don't make it in no 2 liters, okay? But we used to get that in the Mad Dog and those 99 bananas and all that kind of stuff. We drank anything that was cheap, okay? Kind of like the girl in Her Last Chance, Kelly Martin. I don't remember her name, though. What was her name in the character? Maybe Susan, maybe Betty. Judy Smith, probably Judy Smith. But anyway, I don't remember her name. But what I do love about her, okay, is that she tries hard and hard. She can never get sober. Her friends, they tell her, they say, well, we're not going to drink because you're not going to drink. Because she goes to treatment, then she gets out of treatment. See? And then they say, we're not going to drink. And then there's this real sad scene. And it's the girl. And the girl ended up being on that show with Claire Danes. I love that show so much. My So-Called Life. Do y'all remember that? Oh, my God, with Jared Leto. That's when Jared Leto, that's when he got his starting, and Claire Danes and all that kind of stuff. I love that show so much, and that gay best friend. I was like the gay best friend, okay? And he's in a couple shows here and there every once in a while, but not so much. But my favorite was when he and that friend of his, that she didn't get invited to no dance, at the school dance, so they went together, and then they did the dance that everybody, they played it in every gay bar in the world back in the day, that Martha Wash song, you know what I'm talking about, like Let's Get Soaking Wet, that song, and they did like this dance-off, do you remember that? And then he and that girl, like everybody was in a circle, and they were watching them. Where did this video go? This is supposed to be about Taylor Swift. Nobody cares. Well, I guess everybody cares about Taylor Swift. That's why I'm making this video today. But anyway, so, oh my God, I have to tell you something so much. Somebody reached out to me last night, and they said that Kevin, what's his name? James Thornton, I think. He's the guy that does the little comedian that does the microphone things. And he goes, when I was growing up in a fundamentalist Christian home, all that kind of stuff. You know, oh my God, I love him so much. He is so funny. Well, people were apparently asking him about me because we're both from Indiana. We're about the same age. I think he's probably about 5 or 10 years younger than me. I don't know, but we're both from Indiana. I live in Indianapolis now. I think he got the hell out, okay? But anyway, You know that Mr. Williams K, pre-K, that teacher that does all those teacher, he's from Indiana too. See, everybody real funny is from Indiana. Because it's so sad here, we have to be funny, okay? That's why we got so many pop cultural references like Kelly Martin and her. Anyway, so Kevin James Thornton, he was talking about me in his live stream last night because people were asking him about me if they knew who he was. And he was like, well, do you want me to do a collab? Hell yes, you want to do a collab with me. Why the fuck wouldn't you want to do a collab with me, Kevin? Come on, get me one of them little microphones. I can whisper in those things. Well, probably not. I'm not very good at the ASMR, okay? Whenever I say ASMR, people are always like, it's called ASMR. You don't actually spell it out. I'm like, are you new? Okay, it's a joke, all right? ASMR, okay? That's what I call it, because it's ridiculous. How anybody ever falls asleep to that and tingles and all this kind of bullshit, I don't get that, okay? That ASMR, it doesn't freak me out, okay? I don't like that ASMR. But anyway, see, this is why my friends on YouTube, they call me up. They're like, how are your videos an hour long? How are they not? I don't know. I haven't even got to Taylor Swift yet. And where are we at? Are we at even the 20-minute mark yet? Oh my Lord, we're at 15 minutes and 39 seconds. I'm still talking about Kelly Martin. Where was that on my script? Where's my teleprompter? Oh, there it is, right there. Anyway, that's for all the haters out there that say I script my videos. So Kevin James Thornton. So Kevin, get to me, girl. Okay, we'll like do a little collab and all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be real fun. I'll give you one of them little microphones. I can get on Amazon and get one of them too, okay? But anyway, somebody reached out to me and they said that. So thank you for letting me know. He didn't know who I was. He was like, I'm gonna have to look into this guy. Who is he? And this girl was like, oh my God, you're Instagram famous now and all this kind of stuff. I was like, I should probably give her a shout out. That was so sweet, wasn't it? I should probably give her a little shout out that she let me know that, because I can tell you right now, Kevin James, I don't want to say Kevin James Bennett, because Kevin James Bennett put this fabulous thing up last night that I got to read. Hold on a second. Where was it? It wasn't this person saying thought of me. Okay, it wasn't her. It was Elle. Okay. Oh, here it was. So Elle. Hey, Elle, how are you? She said, Kevin mentioned you in his IG live. You're Instagram famous now. And I said, I did. I didn't even know he knew who I was. What did he say? Oh my God, I was so excited. And she said he was talking about coming to Indianapolis because he's on tour. You know, he does tour. Those TikTokers, that's what they do. I don't go on tour. YouTubers used to go on tour, but we don't get no clout no more, so we don't go on tour, okay? I think Tana Mojo was the last person to go on tour. James Charles had to cancel his tour, you know, because he was talking to people he shouldn't be talking to, but we won't get into that today. That's for probably tomorrow's video. But anyway, and someone in the chat said, oh, Peter Monn is from there and said you two were alike. Oh, people said that we were alike. That's so nice. I think he is so funny. I commented and agreed and said I would faint a million faints if you two ever did, because I used to say faint a million faints in my video. Oh, I love that, Elle. Thank you so much. I would faint a million faints if you two ever did a live together, and he asked the chat if you can do that on IG, like if we could do a collab together on IG. I don't know. I'm not technological like that, okay? I can hardly even figure out. Listen, our Google Home is off, and I got to actually turn my own lamps on. I am so pissed about that. My husband got this whole house all fixed up on this Google system. When the Google goes down, I am fucked, okay? I gotta turn on lamps by myself. I don't think I've had to do that since, I don't know, 1995. So anyway, so myself and two others in the live just sang your praises, and he read all of our praises out and said he had heard about you from a good amount of people lately. Oh my God! Oh my God! I didn't read that part. And said it must be a sign. I do believe it is a sign, okay? From God, which is Taylor Swift, apparently. And he said it must be a sign, and he thinks he needs to sit down and watch you. Well, of course you fucking do. So I tagged you in the chat like a proud mama. Oh, you are so sweet. And then she went on to tell me about how much she watches my oh, you are so sweet. And she'll let me know she wasn't a stalker. That's what people do. They have to let me know now because, you know, I got so many stalkers and haters. They're like, we got to let you know we ain't a stalker here. This is what I do. Here's my social security number, my phone number. You can check me out. People do that for me all the time. No, they do. They're like, here's my address. Here's my place of work. Here's my Facebook page. You can check me out. I'm truly not a stalker. I don't ever check them out. They're going to get those links. Listen, they ain't a stalker. But anyway, Kelly Martin. Kevin James Thornton. So, hey, Kevin, how are you? I love your... you've gotten me through a lot of hard times. You cracked me up, and we're kind of from the same generation and area. So, anyway... So, Kelly Martin did the movie Her Last Chance, and then the girl that was her best friend that couldn't stay sober for her, she ended up being that red-haired girl that Claire Danes ended up picking the bad friends because she wanted to, you know, she wanted to hook up with Jared Leto in, what is that called? Why did that show ever get canceled? I love that show so much. I bought it on iTunes a couple years ago. I was talking about it in my vlog. No, true story, it was, and I bought the whole show on iTunes. I love that so much. The Halloween one is my favorite. Nobody ever talks about that one. No, but they don't. Okay, so we're going to go back. Kelly Martin, Kelly Clarkson. Oh, she's such a good singer, isn't she? I remember the day that she won on American Idol. Oh. Anyway, I was like, I don't even have any intro to do today because I went to bed early last night. I got nothing to talk about. Look at this, almost 20 minutes of no intro. Okay, Kelly Martin, Kelly Clarkson. Whatever happened to that? What's his name? The Rupert Studdard or whatever his name was. Was she up against him or did he win? I can never win. But I'll tell you what, right now, I am still bitter as sin at American Idol for the fact that they did not let Tamira Gray win, okay? They did not let Tamira Gray win. And I remember when that happened, everybody was like, Jennifer, what was her name? Hudson, is that her name? I love her so much. I can't even remember her name, but is that her name? She went on to do Dreamgirls and win an Oscar and all that kind of stuff. And people were like, oh, but see, that's what happened to her. Was that her name, Jennifer Hudson? I'm probably shouting out somebody problematic and I don't even know, and she wasn't even the real one. It is Jennifer Hudson, isn't it? Hold on a second. I got to look it up. But anyway, and everybody was like, oh, don't worry about it. They were both in the same year, I think. And they were like, see, oh, hold on. I don't want to get out of my Celine Dion lyrics in case I want to learn them later. As if. So anyway, Jennifer Hudson, I'm almost positive that song. She did a song by the Beatles. She did Let It Be. If you have never heard that song before, oh my God, it is so fantastic. But everybody was like, oh, here she is, Jennifer Hudson. Yeah, I love her. But people are like, don't worry about Tamira Gray. She did that, a house is not a home. Oh my God, I live for that when she sang that song. Oh my God. But anyway, and then they did that was it Alana Miles or Alana? I was going to say Alana Steele, but she's a drag queen here from Indianapolis. Hey, Alana, how are you, girl? I haven't seen you in a long time. But anyway, Alana Miles, Velvet. Do you remember that song, Black Velvet? Black Velvet. Anyway, they did that song on that season too. But everybody was like, don't worry about Tamira Gray because she'll get some big singing contract and all this kind of stuff because Jennifer Hudson did. Tamira Gray, where's she at today? Anybody know? None of the, Justin Guarini, what happened to him? Oh, God. What happened to Justin Guarini? Anyway, Kelly Clarkson, Kelly Martin, talking about, she was on that show called Face on the Milk Carton, which Lois Duncan, I just remember those books were by Lois Duncan, not A Face on the Milk Carton, but I Know What You Did Last Summer. See, it came full circle. Y'all think I can't do it, but I can. Anyway, this video is about Taylor Swift. I don't even know what I was talking about. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Know What You Did Last Summer was, I was talking about, it was kind of like, oh, it don't fucking matter at this point, does it? It just don't matter, but I tell you what does matter is lip gloss, and I need more of it. Okay, so I started seeing the internet pop off about poor Taylor Swift. Oh my God, I felt so bad for her. I did, you know. The world is so mad at Taylor Swift. Everybody in the world hates Taylor Swift. Well, I mean, if I do a slow clap, that'll piss at least one person off, right? I mean, not the whole world's pissed off at Taylor Swift. Here's about how it goes, okay? Now, 30% are the Swifties that'll ride so hard for Taylor Swift, okay, that they will literally come for you, okay? The other 30%, they will come so hard against you if you are a Swiftie, okay? Because they do not like Taylor Swift. They're so mad at Taylor Swift for so many multiples of reasons, okay? And then, what is that? 30 and 30 is 60. So I guess we got 40% left. I got my glasses on. I can't do math, okay? I haven't said that in a long time. But anyway, the other 40%, they don't give a rat's ass about Taylor Swift. They're like, did she put out another song? She put out 2 albums. Is there a Midnight's album? Is there a 3 a.m. album? I'm so confused. I don't really care, okay? Like, oh, Taylor Swift, people are mad at Taylor Swift. You want to guess what percentage I stand in? About who don't give a shit. That's where I stand, okay? I don't give a shit, okay? Let me make this very, very clear to you. I don't give a shit, okay? I like Taylor Swift, all right? I like her music. In fact, I thought I was maybe becoming a Swiftie, but if becoming a Swiftie means that you want to put violence on people, okay? Because, like, the supporters of Celine Dion and Lana Del Rey, that I can't get with that, okay? I'm not about the violence, okay? I didn't think the Swifties were either. This is where the Swifties are so confused. They're like, is Peter saying that we're violent? We're Swifties, okay? We're about love and friendship bracelets. Are you serious? It's a joke, okay? Get over it. It's a joke. But no, in all seriousness, like, I'm so confused about this, okay? So I just want to put this in perspective for you. I was going to save this till later, but let's talk about this. Okay, first of all, Taylor Swift, in her many lines of people that she's dated, it always cracks me up. You know, people are like, oh my God, it's true, love, it's true. Okay, Taylor Swift has dated about 10 people in 10 years, okay? Let's just put it in perspective. Let's just truly say she has, okay? She was dating that one person for a while that was in a band, but he had done a lot of problematic stuff, and she ended that relationship real quick, okay? There was no friendship bracelets that could fix that, okay? There just wasn't, okay? People were coming for her. They're like, oh my God, Taylor Swift is dating so-and-so, and I don't know. He had done something real problematic. I don't even know who. I couldn't name him. I don't name him. Name him. Attitude check. F you. Okay, but I don't know who that person was, but he was problematic, and she washed her hands of that real quick, right? Because Taylor Swift has to be all pure and stuff for the public eye. Now, okay, I just have to tell you, after watching this season of Vanderpump Rules, no, true story, okay? When Raquel comes out, okay, now if you've watched Vanderpump Rules or if you know anything about Sandoval, okay, Tom Sandoval was dating Ariana. Ariana then had an affair, okay, with, now I'm not, if you haven't, Ariana didn't have an affair, Tom Sandoval had an affair. Well, people say that Ariana had an affair, but she had one kiss with Tom Sandoval. I don't think when people want to excuse Raquel's behavior, well, I guess she goes by Rachel now, but I'm going to still call her Raquel. I don't think that one kiss in a pool at the Golden Nugget, okay, which is the nastiest hotel in Las Vegas, I don't think that one kiss in a pool in Las Vegas, okay, equals a 9-month relationship. I'm just sorry, I don't, okay? If my husband came home to me and he said I had a smooch with somebody in the pool at the Golden Nugget, I'd say, why the fuck weren't you at the Cosmopolitan, number one? Number two, okay, I can just tell you right now as a married person that 7 to 9 months of an emotional and physical affair, hiding it behind the scenes, betraying everybody, your friends, lying right to your face left and right, and also being really good friends with the person that you were doing it with, that is a betrayal on a level that I can't even understand, okay? But what I can understand about Raquel is when she came out and she said that as a pageant queen, she had to live this very pure life and always do what was right. Now, for those of you that don't know, I have many friends of mine that are pageant queens. I'm sure it surprises you. In fact, okay, my husband and I were the first gay couple to ever be queens. Well, I mean, be married by a pageant queen, our dear friend Brittany. Hey girl, how are you? I love my friend Brittany so much. She came in number 6 at Miss USA, okay? And went on to have a long-lasting modeling career. But anyway, she was the first pageant queen to ever marry a gay couple in the world, just so you know. But anyway, I know a lot about pageant queens, okay? Now, I know a lot about the people that were before her and the people that were after her, okay? And Miss USA, Miss America, on and on and on, okay? Let me just tell you, pageant queens, they present one way. What is it? Elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. Okay, they present one way in person a lot of times, but a different way behind the scenes, okay? Smoking cigarettes, doing shots, things like that, okay? Trust me, I witnessed it all. I've seen it all. Not from Brittany, okay? Not from Brittany, but I witnessed it all from lots of other queens, okay? You know, I will tell you this. It was very interesting to me. I watched the documentary series called The Miss America Pageant. Well, now it's called The Miss America Opportunity, okay? It's called the Miss America Opportunity. It's not called the Miss America Pageant. It was called the Miss America Scholarship for a while, but now it's called the Miss America Opportunity. What's interesting to me, okay, was when I was watching that show, and like I said, I know lots of queens. I'm giving a little tea right here, okay? If you watch that documentary, what's interesting is, from about 2005 to today, every Miss America is interviewed. And every Miss America in there says, okay, as they're dogging the system, they say in there that there are spies within the Miss America organization that are former Miss Americas, okay? That shouldn't surprise anybody. But what is interesting is that nobody has put together who those spies are, which they all know who they are, okay? They just don't say it. But when you look at the years, okay, and it's like, and I'm just pulling these out of thin air, okay? When you look at it, and it's like 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, and then 2014 is not interviewed, and then 2015, or 2016, 2017, they're all interviewed, and there's only like 3 that aren't interviewed. I think we can probably figure out the spies. This is not a Harlan Coben novel, okay? But needless to say, all right, pageant queens, they do try to keep up like a very Puritan image, and I've heard a lot of them say that after the crown and the sash came off, they felt like freedom, okay? And they could live their real lives. So do I believe to some extent that Raquel and her actions and her behaviors on Vanderpump Rules after she stopped competing because she said she aged out of the system was for her why she acted out the way she did? I do think in part it probably kind of is. So it kind of makes you wonder who these people are really behind the scenes. Okay? Who is Taylor Swift behind the scenes? Well, the real Taylor Swift stand-up, I don't know, but I still love her music. I do. I love her music so much. I relate to it. I really do. I relate to being broken up in a rainstorm on a hot summer night in August in 1974. I do. I relate to that so much. I relate to being on a Ferris wheel and feeling like my hair is blowing in the wind like cotton candy. I do. I do. I relate to mean people in my life, okay? Can we just keep this our story? I do. I relate to it so much. No, I do. You're you're so mean. I relate to it so much. No, I do. No, in all honesty, I like Taylor Swift songs. I really do, okay? But in all sincerity and honesty, okay, like, I have never in my life, and there has been, am I almost at the 30-minute mark already, and we're just getting to Taylor Swift? Oh my God, it's gonna stop here. The battery's gonna stop at 30 minutes. Hold on a second. I always have to do that little pose for Adam McIntyre because he calls me out on it. Okay, so anyway, I like Taylor Swift. In fact, I said in multiple videos that I thought that I was maybe becoming a Swiftie, okay? But I didn't know what went along with it, okay? I didn't know that you had to be part of, like, mob mentality and come for Lana Del Rey and Celine Dion and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know that. I didn't see that, okay? When I signed the contract to be a Swiftie, I didn't know that. I didn't know that went along with all of it, okay? Like, people are either going to live for this video and think this is the most hilarious stuff in the entire world, and people are going to be like, I literally cannot believe you came for Taylor Swift. Like, I'm so afraid to make this video, okay? But just to put it in perspective for you, all right? I looked up Taylor Swift's net worth, all right? Here, I got this all screenshot and stuff. I got receipts. Oh, this is what I wanted to, before we get into this. Kevin James Bennett, makeup expert of the world, who I absolutely love, he put this up on his Instagram story, and I was like, oh, okay, can we get actually a fast clap for Kevin James Bennett? Because this is so true, especially in the videos that I say stuff. He said, we currently live in a society where intelligent people presenting facts are bullied and silenced, so willfully ignorant people won't feel inferior or offended. That is such a profound statement. I mean, like, I am, like, so impressed with that. I'm like, all right, Kevin James Bennett. So anyway, so I looked up Taylor Swift's net worth because I just wanted to see what it was. Is everybody in the world's feeling so sorry? Oh my God, Taylor Swift. Everybody's being so mean to Taylor Swift. Okay, so Taylor Swift, it says right here on Forbes magazine that she is now a billionaire. This is from last year, and is estimated to be worth $1.1 billion, according to Forbes. But what distinguishes the 33-year-old singer-songwriter from other wealthy artists is how she accumulated her billion-dollar fortune. And it goes in to say that she mostly is all through music. It's not from, like, merch sales and side sales and stuff like that, or, like, touring. It's all from her own music, okay? Which is pretty incredible, I will say, you know? That's incredible, right? But then I went on to look and see, I wanted to see, like, how many homes and things like that she owns. And you can go in here and you put in Taylor Swift houses in Google. Elle Decor comes up. Step inside Taylor Swift's 8 multi-million-dollar homes, okay? New York Post. See inside Taylor Swift's $80 million houses, mansions, and lofts across the world. So, you know, listen. Let's break it down a little bit, okay? Let's equalize this a little bit. I know that Taylor Swift is getting a lot of shit right now, okay? I know that half America don't like her because she's dating this NFL player and she's got a lot of liberal beliefs, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. I know that, you know, people are upset with her behavior at the Grammys, okay? We're going to talk about that in just a second. I understand that, all right? But for the people that are, like, literally fighting people in comment sections, oh my God, you're so mean to Taylor Swift! Taylor Swift's a billionaire, okay? Let's pull it in a little bit, okay? Pull it in. You probably got some 7th grade homework to do. Taylor Swift is a billionaire, okay? She owns 8 homes, all right? I'm sorry she's being criticized a little bit for misbehaving or not misbehaving or whatever people are finding critical of her at the Grammys. That kind of goes along with stardom and fame, okay? I feel bad for her, but not really, let's just say, okay? In the world of fame, I kind of feel bad for her. But the people that are fighting the good fight of Taylor Swift and being like, people are bullying her. She is a billionaire, okay? She is a billionaire with 8 homes, all right? My tripod slid all the way down. I can't believe it. So, let's just keep it real, okay? She's a billionaire. She has 8 homes, all right? I don't feel bad for her, all right? I think Taylor Swift can handle it. A billionaire with 8 homes. She could never write or sing another song for the rest of her life and she'd be doing just fine, okay? Who do I feel bad for? I feel bad for single mothers that are raising 4 kids or even 1, that are working 2 jobs, doing homework every night, baths, dinner, and trying to get their kids to bed so they can have 5 minutes apiece before they start their whole day over the next day, okay? Who do I feel bad for? Children that are born into worlds with disease, no parents, lack of clean water, and no food. That's who I feel bad for. Do I feel bad for Taylor Swift because she's getting some criticism over the Grammys? No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't, okay? So if you want to put me in that 40%, and this is the thing, like, I don't really understand why we can like somebody. This whole idea of fandom in this world, you know, I've talked a lot about it in the last year with YouTubers, okay? Like talking about like Colleen Ballinger especially. This whole idea of fandom is like unbelievable to me, all right? There have been a lot of musicians in my life that I have loved, adored, and liked their music, okay? For example, Stevie Nicks. I think we all know that I absolutely love and adore Stevie Nicks. I have, ever since I was growing up. I can remember my mom listening to the Rumors album when I was very, very young from Fleetwood Mac, okay? I love Stevie Nicks. I know her life story. I know everything about Stevie Nicks. I can remember seeing her at Market Square Arena with my friends in 1990, okay? In 1990, when I went to go see Fleetwood Mac at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, which doesn't even exist anymore, okay? When I went to go see her, I can tell you, in 1990, okay? 30, 40 years ago, I thought it was weird the amount of people that I saw that had the exact same haircut as Stevie Nicks, had shawls on, were dressed up in boots, okay, past their knees, and were crying their eyes out as they threw teddy bears and roses to Stevie Nicks, okay? In 1990, I thought that was bizarre, all right? So the fact that people are willing to fight people, okay, unfriend people over the fact that they have a stance on a pop culture figure is bizarre to me, okay? It's just bizarre to me. But apparently, the whole world is very upset with Taylor Swift. So I looked into this a little bit. Well, first of all, I was going to this video the other day, okay? And I'm like, I don't really understand. So apparently, America's mad at Taylor Swift because she's dating Travis Kelce of the Cubs, and the Cubs are going to Wimbledon. I'm confused. I don't follow sports, okay? So you got to help me, okay? You got to catch me up, okay? So Travis Kelce, he plays golf and is going to the Masters to play against Jimmy Connors. I don't know, okay? No, I'm not that stupid. Okay, I know his team is up to go to the Super Bowl, or was. Did they make it? I don't know. I know there's down to like 4 teams, and we're in the playoffs, and that goes to the Super Bowls, and he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Okay, or whatever they're called. I don't know what their team is. I don't know nothing about it, okay? But she's dating him, okay? What's interesting to me is, I thought America would kind of love this. In all honesty, I was like, oh, you have the, like, all-American pop singer Taylor Swift and this football player that everybody loves, that's such a nice guy. I mean, everybody that I've asked is like, oh, he's a really nice guy. Everybody likes Travis Kelce, right? And so to me, it's kind of like Friday Night Lights all over again, right? Like, it's like the Friday night football team, and everybody likes them and all this kind of stuff. But apparently people are mad at Taylor Swift because she has political views that don't align with theirs. And so now they're mad at Taylor Swift for showing up to her boyfriend's games. I'm confused about this, okay? First of all, because Taylor Swift has brought in a lot of attention to people that wouldn't normally watch football. Apparently, the NFL loves this because it's bringing a lot of attention to the NFL because, like, all these girls that love Taylor Swift and boys and whoever likes her, okay, likes Taylor Swift are, like, watching the football games to see if they see Taylor Swift, that they would never see them there before, and all this kind of stuff, okay? Now, I can tell you right now, all right? When I was growing up, little gay Peter, okay, doing routines in my living room to my favorite music, okay? Now, if Donna Summer or one of the Go-Go's had dated a football player, I might know a little bit about football players today, okay? I might know a little bit about what a touchdown is. I might, okay? But I can tell you right now, I don't know how many points you get for, I think do you get 7 for a touchdown and 2 for a free throw? Is that basketball? I don't know. No, truly I don't. I know free throw is basketball and a touchdown is football. I do know that much. But like my parents, they love sports. They tried to explain it to me the whole time I was growing up, and the yard lines and all. I was so confused. I was like, can we put on wigs and act like Dolly Parton in 9 to 5? Like, I am not bothered with this, okay? So anyway, but I can tell you right now, if Dolly Parton, one of the Go-Go's, Donna Summer, Melissa Manchester, any of the people that I listened to when I was growing up, okay? If any of them, Boy George, if any of them... Can you imagine when I was growing up in 1985 if Boy George had dated one of the NFL players? Oh my God. Where would our world be today? Probably a better place. But anyway, if any one of them had dated a football player and I was watching those football games, okay, you know, because, what's that, the one that sings, Boy, I ever wanted, you remember that song? They do that on the Madonna's Truth or Dare. Who's the Go-Go? Well, I can't think of a Go-Go to save my life right now. Let's just say Donna Summer, hot stuff. If Donna Summer had dated somebody, okay, that played for the Bears or something like that back in the day, I would have watched every football player game just to see if Donna Summer was going to be there. I wouldn't have understood that she wasn't singing the halftime show, but I would have watched. No, I would have. So they're bringing a whole audience to it, okay? Not to mention that for me, the comparison of Taylor Swift dating Travis Kelce and the whole kind of high school football game is not missed on me. Who did y'all think the quarterback was dating in high school? She wasn't the most political person. She was mean. She was mean. I remember the quarterback's girlfriend. She was a nasty woman. And she was 18. She was a nasty woman to me since kindergarten, put me down, okay? So I don't understand why everybody's all up in arms about that, but I know I'm going to get a bunch of hate for it. People are going to be like, Peter, what you don't realize, I realize she's a pop singer, okay? She's a pop singer. It's to be honest with you, I don't get that deep with it, okay? I don't get that deep with it with Stevie Nicks. I don't get that deep with it with Taylor Swift. And I sure shit don't get that deep with it with Donna Summer because she ain't around anymore, poor soul, okay? I just don't. It's for me, it's like, okay, you like this person, you don't like this person. But it's like everybody's coming for Taylor Swift over that. I'm confused. Can somebody explain that to me? You know? It's like another splitting of the world. Can we just agree? She kind of sings some good songs, and some people like her songs and are diehard fans, and some people don't like her songs. Why we got to make it into something huge? And I don't understand it. I really don't. So Taylor Swift goes to the Grammys, and of course she wins, what is it, Album of the Year or something like that. And Lana Del Rey, who was a contributor to the album, I love Miss Lana Del Rey. What's interesting to me is that Lana Del Rey is just as problematic as Taylor Swift has been about these things. Ain't nobody calling out Lana Del Rey. I love Lana Del Rey's music. I do. I always have. That, some of her songs, well, first of all, that Young and Beautiful that she does, the Mix by Cascade was the song I will remember the most from the first time I ever went to Ultra Music Festival with my husband. I forever love that song, but I love Lana Del Rey. But this was her year to win if she was going to win, right? And so everybody's real upset because Lana Del Rey should have won and Taylor Swift but Taylor Swift won instead for her album. Now, of all the albums that Taylor Swift has ever put out that has gotten the most attention in the world, this is the album. This Midnight's album, let's just be for real. And it's a fantastic album. I love the Midnight's album, okay? I don't just have one favorite. I have like 6 favorites off that album, okay? And the 3 a.m., that's fantastic too. So, the parts of it that I've listened to. So, it doesn't surprise me that she won Album of the Year. I mean, Taylor Swift usually does win a lot of these things anyway. Unless Adele's gone through a breakup, poor thing, and then she puts out an album and then she just swoops all the award shows, right? But Adele wasn't, I don't think she was up this year. So Lana Del Rey was sitting at the same table as Taylor Swift, and then when Taylor Swift went up, she grabbed Lana Del Rey, and people are saying that that's rude. Well, she was a contributor on the album, okay? And people are saying that's rude because that was mean to Lana Del Rey, but then other people are saying that if Taylor Swift didn't grab Lana Del Rey and have her come up on stage with everybody else that was a contributor on the album, okay, then she would have been sitting at the table all alone. Now, I'm just keeping this real, okay? If I were Lana Del Rey, and she was a real good sport, because I saw the footage of it, and she just smiled and congratulated her friend and all this kind of stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Now, listen, like I said, I've been to my fair share of pageants, okay? You want to see a mean pageant, okay? Watch Top 10 in any drag pageant, okay? And you can tell, as soon as somebody gets called second runner-up, it is over, okay? It is over. Watch the face on second runner-up, okay? There's no stillness there, okay? They are bitter. They are bitter, okay? So the fact that Lana Del Rey was able to hold it together so much, I was impressed with that, okay? But I'm telling you right now, if I contributed that album, even if I was up for that album and I hadn't won, okay, and every person was on stage and I was sitting at that table by myself like, is there any water to drink? What am I supposed to do? Thank God Taylor Swift pulled her up on that stage. Can we just keep it fucking real for a second? Taylor Swift is up on that stage. And everybody that wants to come and say Taylor Swift is so mean to pull Lana Del Rey up on stage, okay? Y'all would have come for Taylor Swift if she hadn't pulled Lana Del Rey up on stage. And you would have said Taylor Swift left Lana Del Rey at that table all by herself and she was a contributor. Taylor Swift can't win. She can't do nothing right, okay? I feel so bad for her. She's a billionaire with 8 houses, multi-million-dollar houses. And I'm crying a river over Lana Del Rey. Not Lana Del, well, Lana Del Rey, yeah, but anyway, Taylor Swift. So then Taylor Swift goes up there and Celine Dion, it's all coming back to me now, see? Celine Dion, she was up on stage and Taylor Swift just grabbed the trophy, or what is that, the Grammys? Trophies, awards, I don't know what it is. But anyway, she grabbed it from her and didn't say, hey boo, or anything like that, or meet eyes. Apparently people were real upset because she didn't meet her eyes on it, okay? And she was hugging and thanking all these other people, but she didn't thank Celine Dion. And the internet, oh my Lord. they went crazy because, you know, Celine Dion, she's been real sickly lately. So the fact that she was even at the Grammys was such a huge deal. And then it was this huge diss, okay? It was this huge diss that Taylor Swift, she didn't give Celine Dion a hug or nothing, okay? Didn't give her no acknowledgement whatsoever. Well, it comes out later that Taylor Swift had given a hug to Celine Dion behind stage, and apparently Celine Dion had asked people not to hug her on stage because she don't like to be touched because of what she's going through with her illness or something like that, so she didn't want to be touched. She asked people not to hug her on stage, okay? What was interesting reading this all in real time was that when people would say that, the response would be, yeah, well, she dissed Lana Del Rey. It was like it wasn't good enough. People had to come for Taylor Swift, okay? That's that 30% that Taylor Swift can't do nothing right in their eyes no matter what, okay? So I'm reading this online. Now, I just got to read you. This is what cracks me up so much, right? I just got to read you some of this, okay? Hold on a second here. Let me get to my receipts. So here's a picture, just for proof, of Celine Dion and Taylor Swift hugging backstage. And it says, here somebody said, here was the whole thing that went down. So this person put up, I thought this was hilarious. My biggest disappointment at the Grammys was Taylor Swift winning Album of the Year. My biggest disappointment at the Grammys was that Stevie Nicks didn't win anything. Was she up for anything? I love Stevie Nicks. I think she should win every award. They should have just had Stevie Nicks at one table and on a podium with one person giving every award to Stevie Nicks. Fuck all them other people, okay? Stevie Nicks needs to win every award and just every year give the Lifetime Achievement Award to Whitney Houston, who rest in peace, okay? You know, people used to come for Whitney Houston left and right. They ate her up. You want to talk about strength, okay? Talk about strength. Whitney Houston didn't need 4 million fans defending her. Whitney's strength did it on her own. She stood her own. She knew her own strength, and she even wrote a song and named it that, okay? Cry me a river about all these people. It cracks me up. So this person comes out. This is what cracks me up, right? I don't even know who this person is. Journalist or something. Probably like. Anyway, my biggest disappointment at the Grammys was Taylor Swift winning Album of the Year and hugging all of her people, but taking the trophy from Celine Dion as if she was the hat check girl and not seeming to realize how very amazing it was that Celine was standing there at all. And then this person commented and said, with all clap emojis, Celine doesn't want people touching her. And this person's response, this is where I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I think we need to bring it back to reality a little bit. This person that tweeted originally, they put, but the eyes can meet. And somebody said, like this, and posted this like meme, and then somebody said Celine doesn't like to be touched because of her condition, and then this person responded and said, but the eyes can meet, so what about the hugging backstage? And this person said, eyes can meet, question mark. You've got to be kidding me, lady. People like you are truly insufferable, miserable Karens. And this person, this is where I love, like, I think Twitter is so nasty and toxic, but if I'm going to read it, this is the kind of shit I live for, okay? And this person put, no, it's a fair point. She didn't even look at her. I don't know, did she? I wasn't watching. I was watching the Harlan Coben show, okay? And then somebody posted this picture of, you know, her hugging her backstage. And this person that tweeted out said, well, good, but it didn't happen on the big stage. There's always, like, the moving of the goalpost. This has been the trauma of the drama channels for years, okay? It's always the moving of the goalposts. What if she hugged her on stage? Well, she wasn't hugging her on that camera. Well, she was hugging her on this camera. She wasn't hugging her on that camera. She was hugging her 2 feet from the stage. Well, wasn't 1 foot from the stage. It's always the movie and the goalpost, right? And this is somebody said, I mean, it goes on and on. All these people are saying, this is how we treat powerful women in this country. Hold them to an impossible standard they'll never be able to meet. She's a 34-year-old woman and generational talent, making history and winning the most Grammys of anyone ever, and she's getting dragged for forgetting to hug someone. Somebody said, Celine asked not to be hugged on stage, though. Wow, that's pretty sad. The girl just won her 13th Grammy. I'd cut her a break. It's one of the least offensive things I've seen from that industry. Amen. I mean, can we go back and talk about Kanye West and Taylor Swift for a moment? Celine had asked not to be hugged on stage. It was at her request. Somebody said, I pity a person who seeks a reason to hate on another person having a success. And then it goes on, and people are talking about the whole situation with Lana Del Rey and all this kind of stuff. Somebody put on here, people stay pressed about, oh, this was a friend of mine. People stay pressed about, I should quote that by saying a social media friend of mine, okay, that loves Taylor Swift. People stay pressed about Taylor when she literally gave Selena a standing ovation. Stop criticizing the successful woman for her assumed actions or inaction. And then put this out of this tweet in here. And let the Taylor bashing continue. She didn't mention Travis. And then the response is, he rarely mentions her unless asked in press conferences, and then very short, because people are coming for her and saying she didn't mention her boyfriend whatsoever. She didn't embrace Celine Dion when she handed her the Grammy. Celine didn't let anyone hug her, including Oprah, probably due to her illness. And she announced a new album, which is a promotion. It was an homage to her fans, is what the thing is. She's peaked. And then somebody else said, did Taylor Swift disrespect or snub Celine Dion? Was she clearly distracted by someone behind her at the exact moment Celine Dion handed her the award? 1,000%. Stop overanalyzing her every move, looking for proof that she should be hated because you already don't like her. I don't know. Take her down! Take her down! Did all the Swifties have to call into school today? Oh my God, did they? Is it a national holiday? Let's cry for Taylor Day. Anyway, listen, okay, if you're a Swiftie out there, I love Taylor's music too, okay? She can handle it. This goes along with the business. She can, trust me, she can handle it, okay? She's gonna be just fine. She won a Grammy. She won a Grammy, okay? She's gonna be just fine, right? You know, do I think that she needs to put out a statement? No, she hugged Celine Dion backstage, you know? I don't understand why people are more upset about the asking more questions about Lana Del Rey than all this kind of stuff, right? But this just kind of like fandom of whoever side you stand on, okay, against Taylor Swift or for Taylor Swift. I'm all of a sudden, whew, I'm having the Vespers. I'm like, should I even post this video? This video is making me so nervous. Everybody's going to come for me. The haters of Taylor Swift are going to come for me. The Taylor Swifties are going to come for me. Everybody's going to come for me. The NFL lovers are going to come for me. The NFL haters are going to come for me. Hell, the people that made the movie My First Name is Steven are probably going to come for me. I don't know, but I got to get off here before everybody comes for it. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.